1. Pocket blast. Oh,
Raider Nation, what's going on? We got some more news. Let's talk about it. Nation, what's going on? Raiders Primos are back again with you guys. Natural Nate and Exacting Raider. I don't know why he has his name like that, but we are back again to give you guys some breaking news out of Raiders camp. Darren Waller, he is getting put on the IR. He's going to be out 4 weeks with a hamstring injury. This is coming out from NFL.com. Nick Shook has said that Darren Waller, his injury-hindered 2022 season is on a pause for at least the next month. The Raiders are placing the tight end on injury reserve, James Palmer has reported. Waller will miss at least 4 weeks before he's eligible to return, but he is not the only one, as Hunter Renfrow with the oblique injury is also headed to IR and will also miss the next month. Waller has been dealing with the hamstring issue all season and hasn't played since week 5, leading to a steep decline in production after missing 6 games in 2021. The current campaign is going even worse for the tight end, who racked up 1,100 plus receiving yards in 2019 and 2020, but has caught just 16 passes for 175 yards and 1 touchdown in 2022. Foster Moreau has manned the first-string tight end role since Waller's exit, while Jesper Horsted has played a handful of snaps since replacing Waller in Week 5. Making matters worse is the inclusion of Renfrow on IR, eliminating 2 of Las Vegas' most reliable weapons, not named Davante Adams. Las Vegas has done nothing but disappoint in 2022, blowing 3 leads of 17 or more points in 3 of its 6 losses this season. The Raiders are coming off such a loss in Jacksonville, where they jumped out to a 17-0 lead and mustered just 3 points in a 27-20 defeat. The Raiders haven't been able to sustain constant offensive production, and without a weapon such as Waller in the lineup, the difficulty will only increase. Against the Colts' 5th-ranked defense, 6th against the pass, the going likely won't get any easier in Week 10. We'll see if Waller will be able to return before the end of what appears to be a doomed season for the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's start with it, guys. We got Raider Gio. Demenis, what's up? Hey, guys, just to let you guys know.
he's on time today.
Natural Nate, part of Raiders Primos, guys. Me and Natural Nate, we're together. We're Raiders Primos.
Yeah, we are together. Both Raiders of us are Primos.
Yeah. If you just see one of us, then we're Primo. But together, we are Primos. Nate, give us your thoughts, man. Like, Darren Waller going on IR, and you got Hunter Renfrow going on IR. What are your thoughts about this, man? Like, the season's already, we're 2-6. The season seems to be a bust at this point, and now we're going to be missing 2 of our top targets for the next 4 weeks. What are your thoughts, man?
I mean, if you want to look at the bright side, look at my name. As I said, it is hopefully DJ Turner's turn. I'd like to see him on the field more. Just like on the other side. Kuntz. It's like he's like in a Kuntz situation right now. He's not really getting play time. He's not getting looked at a lot. But now it's his turn. Slot receivers gone. Tight end. Moreau will fill that spot up, I feel like from here on out, it's just going to be like a testing boundary, like who's good, who's not. Since hopefully, I'm okay with the tank, but yeah. Basically.
I don't think we're tanking. Also, guys, before we get started really with the show, if you guys haven't already, which a lot of you guys probably have sub to the channel. But if you are new to the channel, sub. Let's get to 200 subs. We're trying to get a 500 by the end of the season. Join the Boricua party. Also, share that link. Tell a friend to tell a friend, as Wasted will always say. So let's get some more guys up in here. We can get some more opinions, some more thoughts on what is going to go on with this Raiders organization. But shout out to Raider Scout. He says that Dylan Stoner won't be playing. He suffered a season-ending injury in camp. So the likely receivers is going to be DJ Turner, Keelan Cole, Albert Wilson, and or Chris Lacey. He also, shout out to him, he also just said that the Raiders are signing tight end Jacob Hollister from the practice squad. Hollister originally signed with the Raiders as a free agent, but was placed on IR, and then he was released. He rejoins the team and will slide into as the tight end 2 behind Foster Moreau. In his career, he has 83 catches for 707 yards with 8 touchdowns in 59 games. Really, I don't know what to make of this, you guys. I don't know what to make of this. I think Gio says it here. The season took a huge turn once again. It did, guys. It did. It took a huge turn. Domenis, man, save them for next year. We're not going anywhere this year, and we are complete rebuild mode. Domenis, so we said this yesterday in our live. I don't think we're in a rebuild mode. I think we are in a mode where you just have to go out and get defense. You got to revamp that defense. But of course, we are going to talk about what do we do with Darren Waller. Really, he could have just been out for the season, really, because it's going to be week 10, right? He's out, so he's going to come back maybe week 15. Who's this? Where are we going to be at in week 15? We're 2-6 right now. I don't see us making the playoffs. I don't see us going on a run. I'm with Domenis on right here. Save them from next year. See what you got in the young guys. See what you got in, Foster Moreau, but also at the same time with Foster, that's going to elevate, his worth, depending, how he plays. But I want to see what these young guys got. Raider Gio, Carr is going to ball, throwing to nobody. Watch nobodies to nobodies. Watch except Adams. He's going to ball to Adams. I'll say that. Curtis, shout out to you for joining, bro. Bro, we only got 4 people in here. Come on, guys. We got to share that link around. Let's get as many people up in here, guys. Waller, Primos, what's up, fam? What's up with you, Curtis, bro? Glad you're joining. Domenis, I see you taking care of the defense and us. I see us taking care of the defense in the draft. I do too. I see us really focusing on that on the offseason is defense. But guys, I want to talk about, speaking of defense, also Nate coming out of Raiders camp, Blake Martinez, he announces his retirement. There may be something in the water at the Raiders facility. This is Pro Football Talk NBC Sports reporting. We're really having this article. They said there may be something in the water at the Raiders facility on Thursday. After reports emerged, the club is placing tight end Darren Waller and receiver Hunter Renfrow on IR. Now comes news of a defensive player hanging up the cleats. Linebacker Blake Martinez, he has announced his retirement. It comes on the heels of him playing 91% of the defensive snaps in the Las Vegas Raiders Week 9 loss to Jacksonville. Martinez was listed on Wednesday's Raiders injury report as a non-participant in practice for personal reason. Martinez wrote, "I'm announcing my retirement from the game of football. I had an amazing journey with some incredible franchises and made lifelong friendships. I have chosen to step away from this career at this time to focus on my family and my future passions. I'm excited for this new journey and appreciate all the fans and organizations that have supported me throughout the years."
Another priest.
Martinez signed with the Raiders in October. He appeared in 4 games for the franchise, recording 20 total tackles. Martinez, 28, began his career as a Packers 4th-round pick in 2016. He played 61 games with 57 starts for the franchise before signing with the Giants as a free agent in 2020. Martinez suffered a torn ACL in Week 3 of last season, and he ends his career with 84 appearances and 78 starts, 4 interceptions, 13 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, and 22 passes defended. I want to bring this up. Guys. Hold on. I want to bring this up because I want to ask you, Nate, is there something going on in the Raiders organization that we just don't know about? What can we speculate?
I mean, I don't know, bro. There could be pretty much anything, bro. In the city of Vegas, bro, you don't know what's going to be stirring up in the pot. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's been, I don't know, 3 days, 2 days, I guess, right? 2 days,
Yeah.
2 days.
About
It could
2-3
be anything.
days, bro. There's been some, we've been
We
having
just know it's not positive at all.
Yeah. Okay. Curtis says you already know, fam, on the slave ship, wishing the Raiders would get their shit together. I do. Guys, get your comments in. Flood the comments. We got a lot to talk about today. We got 8 people in the chat. Shout out to everyone that's joining Primos. Let's talk about it. Primos, do you know what Docs was talking about? A player text messages or DMs? I do not, Raider Geo. I remember watching that live. I hit up Nate. I didn't hit up Docs because Doc's already said, it wasn't his place. It's not none of his business to speak on it. So I wasn't even going to ask him about it. Really, I was just going based off what TMZ was saying. And they said there was nothing to report of any Raiders players, nothing to report with the Josh Jacobs incident. So I think it was nothing. I think I'm not saying what Doc was saying was wrong because he did say he was hoping that it was false also, that it doesn't get reported. So, nothing got reported. So, that's what's good. There's no drama coming out of the Raiders organization other than what is going on in the organization. You got 2 guys on IR and you have a guy retire. And it's like, it's coming, so and this is coming after another blown lead. This is coming after Derek Carr went onto the podium, was like, there's a lot I want to say, but I'm not going to say it here. I'm going to say it behind the closed doors. And there's going to be things that's going to be addressed. So that's where as a fan, there's a lot of speculating now. Like, what is going on behind the closed doors? Like, is there stuff going on like how there was the Dolphins last year where, hey, are we tanking? And the players are not for that? Like, what do you think, Nate? Like, what are you seeing out of this team? Is there something brewing behind closed doors that we're like, not that we're not seeing it, because I feel like we are seeing it as fans, but it's going to take some time where it's just going to blow up in our faces.
It's just like something that you could see that's like, you could tell what's kind of going on and what the mood is, but like you really don't know because it might be something in the locker room or it might be something in the office that players, like you said, don't really agree with, or maybe just, I don't know, just the vibe there on how it's going. Maybe it could be the season. I don't know.
I think 2-6 plays a part in this, though. Yeah. That's the thing. 2-6 plays a part. Definitely plays a part in this because especially you blow 3 17-0 leads. Players are going to question the leadership of the coaching staff. And then, you're looking at Mark Davis and you're like, bro, Mark Davis, like, what are you doing? You hired a guy that didn't prove himself as a head coach. He was proven as an offensive coordinator. He did run New England's offense pretty well with the rookie quarterback and really not a lot of weapons surrounding that offense. He did pretty good. But now, you're looking over here at the Raiders and you're like, bro, what is going on in the Raiders organization? They're blowing leads. The offense isn't living up to the expectations. You have a plethora of talent, on both sides of the ball, and you're 2-6. And then now you're putting 2 of your best players on the IR. Nate Hobbs is already on the IR. Blake Martinez is retiring. Like, what do we not know? Like, Mark Davis, Dave Ziegler, Josh McDaniels, what are you guys hiding from the fans? Now, I get it. You don't want to put a lot out there in the public if there's drama going on. But at the same time, you're hiding some shit that is showing on Sundays. You're showing some – and I want – I'm going to do this, guys. I'm going to do this. We're going to do – and Nate, you know what? I'm gonna first – actually, let me do this.
Like, we're seen as the most disappointing, like, team in the NFL right now. That's like kind of it's you got some people actually like take in some of that. But yeah, like it has to. Some of that actually does hit, especially when you had such good vibes going into the season. Like some of it, like it becomes emotional. Like even with like all of all of the talent that you have, and then now we told like Abram's gone, so I mean he was gone
You know
anyway.
what, guys, send this link out. Send the the YouTube link out, because guys, we're gonna have a fan show. We're gonna give you guys 2 minutes to sound off whatever questions you guys got to comments. We want to hear from you guys. We know there's probably a lot that you can't type in the chat, so we want you guys to sound off. We want you guys to sound off. And here's the link, guys. I'm gonna send the link right there. There's the link. Bro, come and hop in. Come start. Come talk. Say what you want to say. Come say what you want to say. Because there's a lot that we have to discuss. This is crazy. What is going on behind closed doors? Primos, this is fucking gnarly. Shout out to Van City, by the way. Are we officially tanking, boys? I don't think we are. I don't think we're tanking. I think we suck. Like, I don't think we're like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't
I
want to
mean,
see
from here on out, probably. If yeah, I wouldn't really be surprised, but like from where like what has happened, yeah, we just
Yeah. Primo's the new car. My bad, bro. They about to cut your screen, cut the stream. Oh, they will. I keep talking. I keep saying some stuff, bro. Like they gonna cut it. Demenis, I think Raiders are cleaning house. They could be. They could be. And the thing is, if they're cleaning house, why do it now though? That's what I'm thinking. Why do it now in the middle of the season? Like, why can't you wait until late into the season? That's what I'm not understanding. Big Mike, what's good, man? We got Curtis. Curtis, I think they don't want to. We're gonna talk about that, but shout out to our guy, bro, Van City. What's up, my guy?
Yo, what up?
Yeah, we know you got a lot to say. That's mainly why I put the link up in there. What do you sound off, man? You got a couple minutes. Sound off.
Well, this is beyond weird, okay? Like it's all in one day, right? Hunter's on IR, Waller's on IR, Martinez is on IR. A thought that I've had, and I don't know if you guys heard the rumblings or if you guys heard the rumors, and I'm not, I mean, if it is happening, there's a 1% chance that this is what's happening, but I don't know if you guys, like, I remember Sultan talking about it during the off season, but there were some reports and some rumblings and some rumors about Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels being sent over to Raider Nation and the Raiders to, I guess, more or less, I guess the word would be destroy this franchise. And then you look at what happens today. You look at how this season's gone. Like I said, I'm not 100. I would be very, very, very next level shocked if it was what was happening. What I'm saying is after today and after everything that's been happening, the thought is there. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about that too, and it's like I don't want to believe that, but then stuff like this happens today.
That's the point I'm making, Primos.
Yeah.
We're at the point now where it's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
For real.
It's like, what's going on behind closed doors we don't know about.
And it's like, if this is what's happening, and yeah, absolutely, there's something going on that we don't know about. That this is behind closed doors. This is the players, Josh and Dave and Mark all know. It's like the way this season's gone, guys, I'm scared for Mark Davis. I'm getting to the point where I am genuinely concerned about not just the players on this team, not just this front office, not just this organization. I'm concerned about this team as a whole. And what I mean by that, I mean, I live in Canada, as you guys know. I remember about 10 years ago, the Winnipeg Jets folded. And I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but like, this is just getting to a point where like my red flags are officially up, and I'm just kind of at a point where this is fucking weird. This is the weirdest.
Yeah.
Like, we thought last year was crazy. You know?
It seems, I think Doc said it, bro. As Raider fans, bro, we can't have one good season where we have no drama, you know. And that's where I'm thinking, like, bro, what is it now? If it's not what happened last season, what else could it be? And I think you hit it right on the point. I think from top
I'm at work,
to bottom,
buddy. I'm gonna get going here. I'm just driving. I'm just gonna
no problem.
order myself some lunch. But yeah, I just wanted to come and share my thoughts. I'm still here. I'm still gonna listen. But
no problem, bro. Hey, shout out to Van City, bro, for joining.
Go Raiders!
All day. Go Raiders. Yeah, I mean, I think Van City was right on that. You know, I think from top to bottom, from Mark Davis to the coaches to the players, there's something going on behind the closed doors that we don't know about, that they know about. Of course they know about it. But I'm saying as a collective, from the top of the ownership to the players, there's something going on that this shit could hit the fan.
Yeah. And I mean, shoot. As long as it doesn't, like, I mean, we know it's bad, but like how bad? Like, people making it seem like it's about it's a whole glacier towards our franchise for all we know, and it's like, hopefully it doesn't mess with the future. Because that's what we're looking at right now, you know? Like, that's our brightest thought right now is the future. And after the season and more towards the draft, you know, hopefully it doesn't carry on and it doesn't mess with our, like, mindset.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Raider Gio. At this point, just beat the Niners and our AFC rivals, and I'd be happy. That's what I'm saying. Beat the Niners, beat the Pats. It's a dub for me. AJ. Facts, Primos, why even go after Tay if we are rebuilding? He might just leave. And that's where it's like, you know, like what Van City said, you know, did Ziegler and McDaniels come to, you know, destroy the organization? I mean, at first you're like, no. But now you're looking at it now and you're like, what are they doing? What is going on behind closed doors we don't know about? You know, but like I said, I don't think we're rebuilding. I think Ziegler is going to build this defense. He's going to revamp this defense next season. But man, like now it's hard to be like, okay, Ziegler is going to do that. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. I don't know what their plan is, guys. Like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know what like, yeah. I thought I had an idea of where Ziegler was going to go with this team and McDaniels was going to go. But now I have no fucking clue.
Like, the Raider mind right now is like literally all over the place. Yeah. Like, as a Raiders fan is probably as like knowing the Raiders, like the Raiders are in like the situation where you can't even like think about something without like getting interrupted by another thing, you know, like everything is coming at once, it seems like, but we don't even know if there's more, which is insane.
Yeah.
This
is where
nothing is accurate right now. Like, nothing is accurate at all.
Like, they're, you know, reading from NBC Sports, because this has been on my mind a lot. And chat, you guys can comment how you guys want feel about this comment from Derek Carr. This is after we lost. He said, you know, I think, let me see, what was he asked? He said it was the third time this season Las Vegas has lost a game after being up 17 points. A stat that was clearly frustrating for quarterback Derek Carr. He was asked about it. How does it feel to blow yet another 17-0 lead? Derek Carr's response to that was this. I think there's a lot I want to say, but if I'm honest, I don't need to say it here. There are things that will be said. There will be things that need to be addressed and all these things. But I think as a whole, the urgency is part of it. After 30 minutes of football, we have to learn the game is not over. I feel like I've been in this situation a lot where new coaches or this or that, and you have to teach the new guys like this is how we do it. This is the mentality. And that gets tiring, but at the same time, it's my job. There is some of that. I'll say that right now for those things. But there are things in-house that we'll talk about man-to-man and all that kind of stuff that could be addressed. Bro, how are you feeling about that comment? How are you feeling about that comment?
It's like
and
that's actually been the most he's said.
And the thing is, you can find it on YouTube, but you cannot find that on the Raiders website or anything.
That's probably
when he was saying that, they cut his presser short.
I didn't even know that. What?
They cut it. Yeah, I think it was when he got to there will be things that need to be addressed. I think they cut him off right there.
Swear.
They ended his stream. And that's what I'm okay,
that's
then
a bit
what?
much though.
That's what I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this organization that we don't know about? That Derek Carr wants to talk about. Because you brought it up to the media. So what the fuck is it? What is going on in the organization?
Yeah, that's kind of sketchy. Even no matter who it is, cutting the whole stream off of whatever, he's talking, and he has the right to talk, that's insane, actually.
You're a 9-year vet. That's the thing. You're a 9-year, you're a 9-year vet. And then I want to bring up, let me see. I wanted to bring up Davante Adams presser. Because I want to quote him too, and I'm trying to fucking find it.
Carr, that saying that you said that Carr said, that's probably his realest speech in 9 years.
Yeah. I mean,
in a press conference or anything like that.
It's making me think, bro, what is brewing up in that locker room?
What's up, Scorpio?
What is going on? Let me see. Yeah, I can't find it here. I'll be able to find it. Let me see.
Make sure to leave a like on the stream because every like saves a Raiders fan's life off of this catastrophe right now.
Hey, bro, they got a sub too. Don't forget about that.
Oh yeah.
Here, I think I found it here. Derek, the thing is, they're both frustrated. You can tell they're both frustrated. Yeah, Davante Adams, Paul Gutierrez asked Davante Adams if passing game was working. Why change? And Davante said the idea is to have complementary offense, and if Raiders have one of the best running backs in the league in Josh Jacobs. So Davante, he understands that part of it, but he also understands the part, if it ain't broke, why change it?
Yeah.
He also went on to say he doesn't know how to really even characterize it. It's frustrating because ain't no way we should be losing games at the rate that we are, let alone the way we are. Is it the article goes on this is FresnoB.com. Is the blame on first-year Raiders coach Josh McDaniels, who fans want fired already? Consider this: the Raiders were highly successful attacking the Jaguars secondary with Adams in the first half, and then in the second half they just couldn't do that. In the second half, they were running the football a lot. Adams told reporters, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He then continued, the coaches got to make the adjustments just like the players do. That's just the way the game goes. And then they went on to say what Derek Carr said. And I bring this up because I want you guys to talk about it. What do you guys feel about those two quotes? Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 12 people in the chat room right now. Guys, share the link, share the love. Let's get as many guys in here because we got a lot to break down today. We got a lot to talk about. If you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We are closing in on 200 subs. We're trying to get to 500 at the end of the season. Hit the like, hit the bell so you guys can be notified when we go live again. Let's get into some more comments. We got a question from AJ. You think Josh Jacobs gets extended? I
don't know by what team, but he's getting paid.
He's getting paid I know he's getting paid. I just don't know what team. I say it's still up in the air, AJ, because we have Britton Brown, we have Zamir White, and we have Sincere McCormick, who's on the IR, but he's UDFA. We have a good running back room going into next season. So really to re-sign Josh Jacobs, the writing's not on the wall, but could Ziegler consider it? He could. It's really up in the air, and we got to see how the season plays out for him.
Yeah. Need some more Zeus.
For real, we do need to see more Zeus. Dab King says, shout out to you, Dab King. Gruden destroyed the Raiders, traded away Matt Cooper, keeping Carbish, drafting bust after bust. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I'm not gonna ignore the fact that Gruden was getting this team better and better because the wins were coming. First year 4-12, then he went 7-9, then 8-8, and then he started off 3-2 before ultimately resigning because of what happened. So I won't ignore that. But yeah, if you keep Cooper and you keep Mac, I mean, bro, those were superstars, and I'm not, people want to say, Cooper wasn't a superstar with us. I mean, bro, he was a superstar and we lost that trade. It was Cooper for Jonathan Abram. Jonathan Abram just got cut. We lost that trade. So I feel, he traded away Mac and Cooper, bro. We lost those. And it's like you said, drafting bust after bust, because I think majority of those first five, I think Josh Jacobs is the only one, and Cleveland Farrell that are still on the team. Everyone else, they're not on the team anymore.
And Mac and Cooper, they're kind of low key like balling out right now. Like Cooper's a starting, like an auto start in fantasy, and then Mac is like getting sacks. Like they're doing.
Curtis Williams, shout out to you guys. I apologize, guys. Also, if I'm late on comments, I try to get every single comment for you guys. Bro, my internet better not be tripping right now.
No, you're good.
Bro. We were doing good. Oh, I'm like, bro, we was doing good all.
Yeah, you're crispy right now. You're crispy.
I'm crispy right now. I mean,
yeah,
hey, I was like, bro, watch. I was gonna say watch on the channel and make sure I ain't tripping.
Yeah, you're crispy. Bro, I'm watching it right now.
All right. I was making sure I'm crispy.
There you go.
Crispy. Curtis Williams. They paid our superstars to tank. Gave them extensions to keep quiet. The one who don't go on IR, that's why Carr said what he said at the presser. I don't know. I mean, you pay all that money to Waller, and Waller is not even playing a down since week 5.
Does Moreau have more yards than Waller? Who has more yards? That would be. I would
not be. Let me see.
That would be low key kind of sad. Like Darren Waller gets paid big time in the beginning of the season, and Moreau has more yards than him.
Let me see. Okay, Foster Moreau has more catches than him, and they actually both have 175 yards receiving. Darren Waller has 1 touchdown, and Foster Moreau has no touchdowns.
Dang.
Hey, bro, that still pisses me off because
for real.
Because bro, Foster Moreau ain't getting paid Darren Waller type of money, and Darren Waller, you're putting up numbers like Foster Moreau. I get it, you haven't been on the field, but the fuck, bro.
Bro,
Get your ass
105
on the
yards?
field.
That's insane.
But you on IR now, so you could go hang out with your girlfriend, go make those terrible rap videos, go go get yourself that money. Yeah, bro, have a good life. But you lucky none of Raider Nation is the GM because we would have traded your ass to the Packers with the quickness.
They would appreciate that big time too.
Van City, yeah, DC just needs to grow some fucking grapefruits and call these motherfuckers out. Bro, Van City, you were not wrong. And that's the thing. Like, if you're going to bring it up, then just fucking say it.
Shoot, say it on like YouTube or something. He's got a channel.
He does. He does got a channel.
Derek Carr. 60-something thousand.
But the thing is, guys, and I think this is the thing that also bothers me with DC is that homeboy don't got balls. He's not Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or even fucking Mahomes who will call out, hey, bro, the coaches are fucking up. Or
we
like
just need
players,
a leader, bro.
These players got to, I know he doesn't want drama because of what happened last season, but dude.
Like, we need like a captain to speak up. And Adams has only been here 4 years, so he can't really, like, he can't make a good, like, that good of a statement as Carr can, and we need that from Carr,
Yeah. EP Scorpio, can I get a comment from Mark Davis? Because for being an owner, he don't show us fans that he give a damn. No press conference from him, nothing quiet on his part. I feel like this is something we haven't been talking about, EP Scorpio. Thank you for bringing it up. Because I want to ask you, Nate, how do you feel about that too? We're not hearing anything from Mark Davis. The only thing we're hearing is he's having these conversations with Josh McDaniels behind closed doors. How do you feel about that? We're hearing he's talking to McDaniels about the teams where the team is going, but we're not hearing from him though.
Yeah,
we have no quote. We're not hearing anything from him. How do you feel about that with Mark Davis?
Like, you could think about anything. It's like he could be hiding something. He could be just chilling in the back and then not even like trying to contribute on what's going on and just letting time go by. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's like encouraging McDaniels. Maybe he's against me. I don't freaking know, bro. That man could be doing anything, bro. Especially, being quiet's quiet, and that's.
Hey, and bro, we got 18 in the chat right now, and we're about to lose probably a lot of viewers because here's what I think the conversation is. Josh McDaniels is like, yo, Marky. Derek Carr ain't the answer, bro. And Marky's like, bro, what you mean, bro? You're the one that's calling the plays. Derek Carr's my golden boy. It's on you.
He's just chicken nugget.
But Josh McDaniels is like, nah, bro, like, DC ain't it. I'm telling you that right now. We need a different quarterback. DC is not it. Like, guys, it's funny, but who the fuck knows? That probably could be the conversation.
Yeah.
Because let me ask y'all this, and I think SC Experience brought this question up too. Who decides whether Derek Carr stays or goes? Who decides whether Josh McDaniels stays or goes? Like, that's what we gotta start asking that question. Circus Raiders, Luke, Primos, Nate, and the Nation. I had to take a break from anything Raider related after Sunday's loss. Bro, that's why we here. We don't blame you though. We're gonna be giving you the news. Also, guys, Nate is part of Primos. I want to say that. Natural Nate is part, like, we're together, we're Raiders Primos. Like that, yeah. I just want to say that because I know he doesn't come on the show a lot because he's busy with school and work. But yeah, he's part of it, guys. He's always me and him are trying to come up with different content for you guys and different ways to really just grow this channel for you guys because we love talking Raiders football with you guys. Like, You guys are amazing, guys. I'm gonna say that we love you guys. We love you guys. EP Scorpio, I see other owners showing frustration when their team is not performing, but Mark, haven't heard nothing on his side about this team's performance. Yeah. Like, talk about the Indianapolis Colts owner, Jerry Jones, Robert Kraft, even I think the Jacksonville Jaguars owner even sometimes came out, not this season, but when they were losing, he came out and showed frustration. Mark Davis, you're quiet. Like, the only thing
It's a
we hear is that you're
assessment.
having these talks with McDaniels. McDaniels isn't talking about the talks. You're not talking about the talks. So what the fuck are you guys talking about? Because whatever y'all are talking about ain't fucking working. Y'all are 2-6. Whatever you guys are discussing, and y'all have this discussion twice already this season, is not working. 2-6. Care to comment?
Or they just talking about something which was the right way, but another person is like, nah, let's keep it going. And then the players are just sticking with that specific person. Or it could be the other way around where the office is like, let's do it this way. And then like the players won't, execute. Or it could be the play. Okay. Pretty much.
Yeah. Raider Gio, Primos has already more subscribers than any other team's channels combined. Hashtag the nation is different. Bro,
let's go.
It's because of the nation. We got a lot of subs. We got a lot of views, bro. We love you guys, bro. We don't do this because we see other guys, they're like getting a lot of fame. No, bro. Well, I love talking football. Nate can tell you. Every single time we meet up, anytime I'm family, bro, I love talking Raiders football, and I love getting to hear the nation's opinions. We could debate. We could agree. We could disagree. We could scream at it. I mean, I want to say scream at each other, but we could scream about this team. We could shit on this team together. Like, bro, I love talking with you guys. We got 20 in the chat, guys. If you guys haven't subbed, join the Boricua party, bro.
There's a reason why people say
hit the like.
The best fan base.
Bro, we are the best fan base.
The in the whole sports.
Shout out to Tyler Robb joining up. Tyler Robb, Sun or River, bro. It's a sun, by the way. I like the sun. Bro, shout out to you for joining up. AJ, bro, we appreciate it, man. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, nation. Bro, we appreciate you guys, man. We appreciate you guys from everything, bro. We appreciate you guys. EP Scorpio, bro, he is like, oh, we got Owls Ghost. Shout out to you, Owls Ghost, also. EP Scorpio. It's time to look ahead and get ready for next year. Trade or release a player who don't want to win no matter who they are because they need to change the organization. Losing mindset, find winners. And we talked about this too. And question to the chat. What do you think about this organization? Meaning, if you guys are an NFL player, you guys are on free agents, why are you going to the Raiders? Get the Raiders fan bias out the way. Why do you guys go to the Raiders? If you're a player, I'm gonna be like, I'm signing with the Raiders.
At what point?
Because of blank. Like now. Let's say now.
Oh, I'm not.
No, but let's say you are. Like, let's say you're signing with the Raiders, but why are you signing with the Raiders? Hell, I mean, I'll even say last season, even the seasons we were in Oakland.
Why
are you signing with the Raiders?
You know what sucks? We're in Vegas. For the money. That's just being brutally honest. Like, the Raiders are not looking good. And then you said, well, obviously some of my bias would be in there, right?
Yeah.
Like the money, bro.
Yeah,
the money. Like everybody's saying, like, we all agree, bro. It's the money.
Yeah. And that's what I bring that up because EP Scorpio brought it up. That losing mindset in the organization is because players go to the Raiders to get paid, not to win. They don't give a fuck if they win or lose. As long as I'm getting my bank, I'm cool. I'm cool. I will blow my hamstring out. I don't care. I'm getting paid.
That's the most.
Oh, I don't need to sack the quarterback. I'm getting paid. I don't need to throw for 3 touchdowns in a game. I'm getting paid.
That hurts. Because we were such a winning first team. Like, we were so strong into winning first when we were in Oakland, man, and LA. And now that we come here, it's just the whole vibe just changed.
That part, Nate, that comment, commitment to excellence. And I'm telling you, not from a players, not from a coach. I'm sorry, Mark Davis, you forgot what that was. And you didn't even, I mean, he grew up kind of getting into that, not into the football standpoint, but from the business standpoint. Commitment to excellence. That is what your dad based this team off. Just win and commitment to excellence. Mark Davis, you forgot about that because you hired a coach that didn't prove to anybody in the league that he's a good head coach. You're sticking with the quarterback that has proven time and time again that he's just not going to get the job done. You moved to Las Vegas. People will kill me for this. You moved to Las Vegas for the money. I don't care what people say. I don't care what you say. You moved to Vegas because of a business standpoint. You wanted more money in your pocket. You went out and got Josh McDaniels to sell tickets. You made them go get Devontae Adams to sell tickets. You didn't care what the product was on the field because at the end of the day, the away fans will sell out that stadium. And the real Raider fans, we're over here pissed because the heart and the soul was in Oakland. We will sell that dump of a Coliseum out at 2-6. Allegiant Stadium, bro, Colts fans are going to sell that stadium out. I don't care. Colts fans are going to sell that stadium out.
Yeah,
Now,
if the Raiders had,
Colts
if
fans
the Raiders were able to, we would sell the stadium and go back to Oakland as fast, like literally in a day.
Oh my goodness, bro. Al Davis.
If it was,
bro, it brings me to tears sometimes because Al Davis, I feel what's going on right now, bro. Al Davis is moving in his grave.
like if we were able to, we would literally renew and not like totally renew. We would literally renew Oko Coliseum, bro. And like be like, all right, team, let's come back.
Bro, my thing is that land was gonna be Davis anyway, because the A's were gonna move. The Warriors went to San Francisco. That land was gonna be Davis's anyway. And the thing is, people were like, well, Oakland didn't have money. Well, Mark Davis does because he built Allegiant Stadium his damn self. Like, and the thing is, Robert Kraft built the Patriots Stadium in New England because he loves the New England fan base. Mark Davis said, "Oh, Raider fans will follow us to Vegas. Not if you're not winning. Fuck that, bro. I had a $20 BART ticket. I'm not paying a $300 flight to go see you guys freaking shit the bed. Fuck that. I'll stay my happy ass home, go to stream website, and I'll stream the game. And I'll see you guys shit the bed from my comfort of my couch." Curtis Williams, this is about money and power. Those who go against the grain are out of here with no extra money, no nothing. They are on the chopping block. Renfro, Abram, those we traded Carr. Think about it. I mean, you're right, Curtis. Bro, Curtis, you hit it. And Waller's down with, he don't want to play anyway. He's been hurt for 2 years. Bro, this is why this has become about money. Became about money. No commitment to excellence. No just win, baby. This is about money from top to bottom. They don't care what's on the field. And I don't care if we somehow go big and this goes out to one of the players. I'm going based off what I see on the field. I don't see effort. I don't see that they want it. I don't see that. I see I'm getting paid anyway. I don't care.
Man.
Jose Lopez, shout out to you. Season's over. Looking like that,
Agreed.
man. Looking like that. Curtis Williams, money or retirement? I mean, I could go to the Raiders and get freaking paid millions and not have to do a damn thing because I'm still going to
pull
get
an
paid
Andrew
for it.
Luck.
I'm not going to get cut. I'm not going to get traded. I'm not going to get released. I will rob the Raiders blind because they're not going to do nothing about it. They're going to pay me, and they don't care what I give to them onto the field.
Because they...
Circus Raider said it best. After seeing what Chandler is doing, I'm going to the Taters to get paid like top player for mediocre production.
You
guys,
he's probably one of our biggest disappointments.
Going to Vegas to get paid like a top player for mediocre production like Chandler. Yep. Players go to New England to win. They get the bag elsewhere. And Alex goes, that's what I'm saying. And it's funny because I like that because Oh, we got Big Mike coming in. Yep, I sent the link. Big Mike, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up? What's up, bro?
What's going on? Let me get this comment. Players go to New England to win. They get the bag elsewhere. And I said this because New England is that organization that they are built to win. They've always that was the reputation with the Raiders. Go ahead.
I'm getting like a echo or something, bro.
Oh yeah. I don't hear it on my end. How we? Hey, chat. Are we getting it? I don't got it on my end. Hold on.
Wait, I don't hear it.
I know I don't hear it either. You good, Big Mike, or how's it sounding?
I'm gonna leave, bro. I'm gonna leave.
All right. Oh, but I was saying, yeah, players go to New England to win. I was saying because New England has that reputation. Raiders don't. They've always had the reputation of come over here, get the bag. We don't care what you do here. We'll pay you just because you're a big name. Just because you're a big name. Let me
That's
see.
what's tough. Because, like, what's he supposed to get excited for a game for?
Yeah. But we
This
have
just
Big
sucks.
Mike in the building. Hold on. Hopefully we can figure something out. We had an echo come in. Let me see. Okay, he's back. Let's see.
All right, my bad. I had you guys open on YouTube on one of my pages.
Okay. Well, shout out to you, Big Mike. I mean, how do you feel? We had Van City earlier, and the question was, how do you feel about things going on right now? Is there something brewing behind the scenes that we don't know about?
You know what, man? It's hard to say. I will say this, that I think that Mark Davis he kind of gets a break because us as a fan base, we're really big with nostalgia, and we're really big on being loyal and faithful and stuff, and we're not holding this team accountable as far as winning goes. Now, when we talk about winning, we like to talk about the past. We like to talk about the commitment to excellence. We do all these quotes, the stuff that happened in the 80s and 90s. But what can we quote that happened in the last 20 or 30 years? We don't have anything.
Yeah.
We don't have anything. And in order for us to build a winning culture, we need to start doing things now instead of talking about what happened before.
Yeah.
So it's tough because where do you start with that? How do you start that? You know, and I don't know if that means that we have to get new ownership in here, which I don't want, because when you do that, you're risking taking away that culture and taking away that that DNA of the Raiders if we do that.
Yeah.
But we got to figure out a way to kind of look at the now and moving forward in the future instead of, let's talking about, commitment to excellence and watching the autumn wind videos from the 70s and 80s and saying we used to be this hard-hitting team, when in reality, you're right. Team players are only going to the Raiders to get paid. And when they were in Oakland, there was no reason to go to Oakland to play. Mm-hmm. It wasn't because this was a winning franchise. The only thing that you had really to lean on is the Raiders used to do this, and the Raiders, their personality is hard hitting and nose against the grindstone kind of deal. We don't have that anymore. So it's time for us to build a new identity. And I don't know if that takes a few years for us to build that, but we need to figure out a way to do it because, all this nostalgia acts and doing what, we're going to bring in this guy who used to be a Raider fan when he was a kid, like a Devontae Adams, or even last year when we got what's his name? Deshaun Jackson. Oh, he used to be a Raider fan. So this is good, right? This is going to make the fan base happy. I want something that's going to equate to winning. I really don't care if you're a Raider fan or a Cowboy fan. I don't really care what it is. If you can play football on this team, that's all I care about. I want us to win some games, man.
Yeah. I said that I said this on Wastes Live. Why, as a fan base, are we content with like almost getting to the playoffs, almost beating the Bengals, almost? Why are we content with that? I'm at the point where I'm like you, Big Mike. I don't care how we win, but just win.
Right.
Like, just win, baby, is probably the one thing I would say. Yes, from the past, but it needs like to be lived now.
Right.
That it doesn't matter. Like, I remember, and I know I'm going back to the past in 2016, but bro, we won when we had like 23 penalties in that game. But that's the idea. The mindset is where Al Davis said, like, I don't care how you guys win. You guys can have 3 turnovers, 5 turnovers, 1 touchdown, 3 points. I don't care how you win, but just win. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Like, I was talking with another Raider fan, and he said, like, no one looks at a stat like 500 yards in a Super Bowl if you lose. And I was like, it's funny because 2017, Tom Brady passed for like 500 yards and like 3 touchdowns. No one remembers that. Why? Because he didn't win.
Yep.
No one cares what your stats are. And that's why I get on Derek Carr a lot, because I don't care what your stats are. You're not winning football games. Like the defense, I don't care what your stats are. Max Crosby, 6 sacks. That's amazing. I don't care though, because it's not equating to wins.
Right.
What you guys are doing is not equating to wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know if it starts with the ownership. I think that Mark Davis is doing the best he can with what he's doing and the level of knowledge that he has as a businessman. I think he's hitting it out the ballpark. But you know what's going to happen if the Raiders continue to lose? You already said it before, man. The real Raider fans aren't going to these games if we continue losing. You're not going to buy a $300 ticket to go to Vegas and a cheap flight to go to Vegas. That's like a $400 trip alone.
You're looking at like $800, $900, bro.
Right. That's $400. Like, let's say you did get a $300 ticket, which is probably super nosebleed, right? Then you get like a $100 ticket flight, right?
Yeah.
That's $400 just to go to the game alone. We're talking about Vegas here. You're going to spend money. You got to eat. You got to do other things. Transportation. You're spending about a G.
Yeah, and
just to go see the Raiders.
It's also, you're not leaving Sunday morning. Even though I've seen some fans do that, you're making it like a kind of a weekend trip too. So
right, yep. And these Raider fans that were going to Oakland catching. I'm from LA, so I really don't know how it worked. And unfortunately, I never saw a game in Oakland. That's one of my biggest regrets. But if
different, I'll tell you that, bro. Different.
I bet.
Different.
And you're gonna lose these guys who were on the fence already about moving to Vegas. Mm-hmm. Oakland fans are like, exactly. So you have another year of losing. What's to say that these fans that migrated from Oakland is gonna even follow you anymore?
Mm-hmm. Right. And the thing is, Davis was hoping that. That's the thing.
Yeah, and that's what exactly my point. Where it's like, you can't. We're letting this man off the hook. We're letting him off the hook because he's just banking on, hey, these guys are going to follow me wherever I go. It doesn't matter what I put out on the field, what kind of product I put on the field. These guys are going to follow me no matter what. I got the Raider Nation. They're gonna eat up the nostalgia and the autumn wind and let's put on silver and black and paint our faces and do this other stuff. And then we get into the game, and then the product on the field is laying an egg.
Yeah,
so. We got to we can't have this team keep on doing this to us because we're real Raider fans. We are fans that want to see our team win. Mm-hmm. We like the whole history behind the Raiders. We like what Al Davis stood for. Everything is great, but we're looking for wins this year. We're looking for wins because that's what we are promised.
Yeah.
So, I would say for Mark Davis, he better be careful, man, because there's a lot of guys that want to come and pick up this team. And I'll be damned if like some representative who owns like a part of Disney comes in and buys the Raiders, and now we're wearing Mickey Mouse ears to Allegiant Stadium going in. I'll be damned before that shit happens, man. Yeah. So, hey, that's where I stand with that one, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything more. I mean, Nate, you want to comment on that, man? Like, what do you feel about Mark Davis and where this team is going? Is Mark Davis, like Big Mike says, Mark Davis got to be shaking in the shoes right now,
Yeah, man.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, the fact that we're losing unexpectedly, like, that not only brings the fan base down, but that also, like, destroys the confidence in players and wanting them to go to practices, to play, to do like pretty much anything around the whole the team. And it's like the whole mojo right now, it needs to be changed in somehow, some way.
Everything, yeah. No, it's showing on Sundays. I think against Jacksonville, that second half, I'm like, it's like when Jacksonville started coming back, you could see it in the players, like, oh no, it's happening. Like it's like you were reading that off of their off of their body language. I want to get some of these comments in because I know I'm falling behind. Ed Butt, shout out to you. I think we have a solid core of guys. If we have a good draft and offseason, we really would be set. We have blown big leads, but I think it shows how close we are to being dominant. It's like that gives me like kind of like I want to get excited for that, but I don't like after today. I wasn't like before today. I was like, okay, I'm looking for the future. Now I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yes.
Can I say this, man? Can I say this?
Go
one
ahead.
thing?
Go ahead, Big Mike.
So consider this, man. And then this is another thing that could be like a hit on Mark Davis and kind of his evaluation or the people around him making these evaluations of who they hire. The last 2 coaches we had was a coach that hasn't been a head coach and failed 10 years ago. And the coach they hired before was a guy off the street from ESPN being an analyst, and he wasn't a coach for another 10 years. When are we going to get some hot, fresh guys who actually know how to coach? And now John Gruden, you know, he was still a solid coach to an extent, but he wanted to play GM, and it just didn't work out.
That's where it killed us, honestly.
That's where it killed us. So, you know, John Gruden, I'll kind of give a pass, but this Josh McDaniels experiment I never liked from the beginning because, you know, 1, he failed in Denver, and then 2, what's funny is that if he loses to the same team he walked away from, the Colts, it's just ironic to me if he gets fired from the Raiders after losing to the Colts. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if you remember, but Josh McDaniels walked away from the head coach position for the Colts a few years back. So it would be just ironic for me that he gets fired from losing, you know, for losing to the Colts. It would just be the most ironic thing I've ever seen. So, you know, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Hold on, Mark Davis, though, is because, and the thing is, I was on board getting Josh McDaniels because of what I've seen in New England. But then you do have to be like, okay, look at that track record, though, what he did with Denver, what he did to the Colts. It's not promising. You know, offensive coordinator, great. Head coach, Mark Davis, when are you going to go out and get a proven head coach? That's what I'm waiting on. Like, it sucks because then if we do fire Josh McDaniels, we're even a more laughing stock because we let go of Rich Bisaccia, a guy that these players loved and played for. Not saying we should have hired him as a head coach because I don't think we should have. But I am saying you went out and instead of going to get a solidified guy as a head coach that proved he's a good head coach in the NFL, you went and got a guy from an organization that wins. And I think Mark Davis is like, I'm going to buy the fans in by going to get guys that won somewhere else.
Yep. You know what? And if here's the part, this is another thing. So say Josh McDaniels does get fired. I'm going to tell you right now, if we get somebody like Tony Dungy or something like that, somebody who hasn't been coaching for like 10 years, I'm going to lose my damn mind because that's exactly what we're doing. We're pushing these guys that haven't been head coaches in years, you know, and have this reputation that they could still do it, but they haven't done it. We can't do that anymore. We cannot do that anymore. We need a young, fresh guy who knows today's game and can relate to these players. That's what we need if it happens.
It's like go get the next Sean McVay or next Sean McDermott, a young coach that has grown up in the NFL, of course. But then that goes back to Big Mike. They have because these guys like Sean McVay and Sean McDermott, they were on staff. They were like, you know, defensive coordinator, special teams, whatever it may be. And then they got their first head coaching gig with their respective teams. How would you feel about that? You know, really, they're not proven head coach, but they did grow up in the league, like as, you know, working as OCs or, you know, offensive line coach or tight ends coach, wide receivers coach, whatever it may be.
You know what? I'm all for finding lightning in a bottle, but here's my thing. I think they need to follow a certain pipeline first. I don't want to pick up some guy who's been like quality control analyst or something like that. I want some guy who's been proven success at every single position he's been moved up to. Like he started, you know, as you know, he was breaking down film, success, boom. You moved up to a position coach. You were successful as a position coach. Okay. So now we're going to have you as an assistant coordinator or even a coordinator. You're successful there. I want somebody that's been successful in previous spots they've been in. I don't want to grab some guy who was cleaning the refrigerator, you know, at the facility. I want somebody that's been proven for years that they can get it done under a certain tutelage. I don't want just some random young guy either. That's also what I don't want.
All right, yeah, no, I agree. Nate, you want to before I get into this next comment, you want to tackle on that? How do you feel about getting what? I'll say this: if Josh McDaniels gets fired, how do you feel about bringing a coach that hasn't they haven't proven themselves as a head coach, but they've shown success in other places, whether it was wide receiver coach, tight ends coach,
Well,
like a Sean McDermott or Sean McVay.
Sean, yeah, I feel like the best way to go into a positive path is doing what our divisional, more so the Chargers and the Chiefs, or not more so the Chargers, or pretty much the whole NFL. I feel like we're a little bit behind in terms of playing style and coaching. It seems like we do more of the old stuff still, and that's what kind of hurts us. Our coaching is I don't know.
Vanilla,
we tend to, yeah.
You know what it is that we got a quarterback who's more of I wouldn't say a throwback, but he shows more of the qualities of a throwback quarterback.
Yeah.
When in today's game, you need somebody who can do the read option, it can be a legit threat to take off. Yeah, and improvising on offense.
Quarterbacks now.
Yeah, you have those guys running the league right now. So you need somebody like that, plus a coach that knows that can install these kind of offenses that do more read option, vertical, a PTO kind of deal. We need something like that is more successful in today's league, rather than let's put a fullback in there and let's run down their throat, which is cool. I like that kind of football, but it just doesn't work in today's game for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me get into these comments. I'm going to try to get all the way down. Ours goes, Mark Davis' priorities to make money. It doesn't matter if Allegiant is packed with away fans, as long as it's packed. It's looking like that. That's why I said that. The city of Oakland didn't want to. He asked for help building a new stadium. But Son of River, this is why I said he built Allegiant Stadium by himself anyway. So why couldn't he do that in Oakland? That's why I said the money talks, and the money took him to Vegas. He wanted the money coming from Oakland, and he didn't want to put money into it. What's happening to the Raiders goes to show that this is an unstable organization. It's looking like that. EP Scorpio, Mark didn't want to put money up for the stadium in Oakland. He wanted the city to put up all the money, but he went to Vegas and put up all the money for the stadium in Vegas. That's where I'm like, bro, Mark Davis, talk about a slap to the face of the fans in Oakland. You say you wasn't going to pay for a stadium, and then you pay for Allegiant Stadium. Oh, Raider Luck, shout out to you. And it says Reggie Ragland is signed. Oh, let me see. We signed him.
Okay.
I mean, that's depth, I would say.
Yeah.
That's more of a depth player. I'm not seeing anything here, but oh yeah, he visits him. I mean, there's no sign. He visited him in September. He visited us in September. I don't see anything there. Raider Lux, I want to take your word for it. If he signed, he signed, but that's just more depth I would see on the team. Robert Pena, salute to you, man. EP Scorpio says, Big Mike, salute. Raider Gio, our fans are worldwide, but our core is Oakland and Los Angeles, etc. If the tickets weren't so expensive, maybe we'd fill some seats. We were used to filling seats even when we were losing, but damn, Vegas is not it. Walt, shout out to you, Walt. Raiders need to trade Waller end of the season, give the contract to Josh Jacobs. Big Mike, how do you feel about that?
You know what I said earlier? I was talking to Kane Town earlier, and I was saying that as an offense, you can be successful without having a star tight end. We're assuming that we're considering Waller a star still at this point. I'm down for trading him and getting some defensive pieces or even draft capital for him at this point. And yeah, the money you do save, throw it to Josh Jacobs, man. I think he deserved it, or even franchise him, see if he can run it again one more time.
Yeah. And hopefully he's just not running like that just because he
trying to get paid.
Yeah, no, bro. And that's the thing that's worrying me, because we've seen this story too. We've seen it with DC. We've seen it with Darren Waller. They're not getting paid, they're balling out. And then they get paid, and then they just are shit in bed. And that's why I'm like, bro, Josh Jacobs, don't do that to us, bro. Because you're having a good season, you're balling out, but I don't want them to pay you, and then you can't do shit. You over here having ankle injuries, or you're not on the field. Like even Hunter Renfrow, I know he's a fan favorite, but I'm gonna call him out too. Like you got the bag and you're not on the field. Like your best ability is availability, and Waller and Renfrow are not it right now. Curtis, like I said, money and power. How do you have more opposing fans and seats than Raider Nation in our home? That didn't happen in Oakland or Los Angeles. It's only happening in Vegas. And I said when we move to Vegas, we're gonna be the new Chargers.
Oh man!
I said as soon as we went to Vegas, I was like, we're gonna be the new Chargers. and it hurts because Big Mike to give you whoever hasn't, and I feel for you guys not going to a game in Oakland because, like, bro, it was, like I said, it was different for us because me and Nate, we live in the Bay Area. It was like a $20 BART ticket, which was our subway to the Coliseum, straight to the Coliseum. You got $60 tickets, but it was just because we were like, I remember we were 1-11. It was Derek Carr's rookie year, and we were going against, we were 2-12, and we were going against the Buffalo Bills, who were coming in needing to beat the Raiders in order to get a playoff spot.
I remember that.
And I'm over, and like we went into that stadium. Me and my uncle. Shout out to my uncle. He was able to get me on the field, watch some players warm up. I was there for the opening ceremony for the pledge, or not the national anthem. It was an amazing experience, but I won't forget how loud and how crazy these fans are for their team, for the Raiders.
Yeah.
When you, me, Docs, Wasted say we love this team, Hammer, all these content creators say we love this team, bro. We love this team.
Yeah.
And when we lose, it hurts. And then I feel like it hurts more because they're not in Oakland. It hurts even more because we know how Vegas is, and it's hurting because the Aces won a championship, the Knights won a championship, the Raiders. You're not showing promise right now.
Yeah,
like, you're not showing promise of a winning culture, and that's what scares me. And that's where it's like, bro, I take this personally. Like, I take it personally.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're looking at a team that's going to be shunned by their own city at this point. They don't get it together. You got two winners in two professional leagues, and then you got the Raiders. And then the talk is going to be, I love my Vegas teams except for the Raiders. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah,
it's sad. Sad,
it
man.
Is sad. Let's see. Sad. All three on the screen never saw the Raiders. The 70s through 1983. Yeah, I mean, I'm 24. Nate is.
I'm 35. So yeah, I was born a little bit after that.
I did research though on the glory days, and I'm like, dude, I wish I grew up during that time to see the glory day of the Raiders. But like you said, we talk about the history, but let's make history now. Let's make history now. Walt, Mayock and Gruden's drafts and trades set this team back. It did. The thing is, I wish Ziegler had 5 first-round picks.
Oh man, yeah, I know that'd be great.
Like that's right. I mean,
anything except for those two people.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got. I'll have this for the whole panel. Hey, Primos, if you was the owner of the Raiders, what's the first thing you would change next year? Nate, I'll lead it for you, and then we go Big Mike, and then I'll give my answer. Nate, what would you do?
Number one.
What's the first thing you changing?
Change the name to Oko Coliseum and then get a QB.
Bro, you funny, you stupid.
We need to bring.
He's like, he wants the nostalgia back. Big Mike, what you doing? If you were handed the keys to the Raiders as the owner, what's the first thing you doing?
You gotta change the whole personality of the team. And I think that starts with your leaders on the team. So first thing I do is I'm getting rid of Derek Carr. And I was a big advocate and a big defender of Derek Carr, man. Like, trust me, even up to this season, I was like, Derek Carr is the guy that can get us to win us a Super Bowl. I've said this, but after this year, I'm off that train, man. I think that, Wasted said it. He says it a lot. Carr has regressed, and his numbers show it. His accuracy is down. He hasn't had a good game, and I can't remember the last time he's had one full good game. I think it was that Eagles game when he went like 32 for 35 last season.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think that was his last good game, or I think the Cowboys Thanksgiving game. I think one of those two is his last.
For me, he was up and down in that game.
Yeah, he was kind of up and down. So, you know, I think that we need a fresh leader at the position where, you know, it counts the most in the NFL is the quarterback position. And I don't know if that's, you know, I don't know if we need to bring in like a bridge guy along with the draft pick, or we need a just throw in the draft pick right away. But we need a fresh leadership at the quarterback position. I think Derek Carr is the first move I would make.
Yeah. I think I got to agree with you. And the thing is, people will probably be like, well, Exacting Raider, you know, you just hate Derek Carr. I don't hate Derek Carr. I said this before. I don't hate Derek Carr. I just love the Raiders so much. I want to see us win, and Carr's not the answer. And the thing is, I've been an advocate for Derek Carr leading up into the season too. I was like, yo, like Derek Carr could easily win an MVP, like with the team he has.
I put money that he was going to win MVP in Vegas when I was out there, like before the season started. I put $50 that he was going to win MVP. So that's how confident I was in DC. But
yeah, I mean, I wasn't that confident, but
I was confident, man.
I guess that's how much I was into him.
I was debating it like, hey, Carr can win it. Carr can win the MVP, but of course, he proves us right on our criticism point.
Yeah.
Like, we want him to prove us wrong, but he proves us right. And the thing is, people think we like to be right. In that aspect, I don't like to be right. Yeah. Because the way he goes, the way the team goes. If he's not performing, this team is not going to perform, and it shows. I'll say with Walt, this is what they should do. Opt out of Carr, get Brady or Minshew Magic as a bridge quarterback. Draft a quarterback, fire Patrick Graham, and get Vic Fangio to run the defense. Walt, I agree until you said fire Patrick Graham, and I'll say this why. Because I feel the defensive side, this coaching spiral that people say with Derek Carr in the offense, I feel that's the same thing with the defense. Yeah. If we keep circling different defensive coaches, this defense is not going to stop a nosebleed. Right. I feel you give Patrick Graham, and it's already been reported he's going to be back next season. You give Patrick Graham his guys, his defense that he can work with. Because we've seen with the Giants, when he had his guys, they played really good football. I feel he can give us a serviceable. I'm not saying he needs to give us a top 10, top 5 defense. Just give us a serviceable defense to get turnovers and get stops. That's all I want from a defense, really. I don't want a lot. Man.
Hey guys, I gotta get rolling. I gotta grab these kids. But hey, thank you for letting me get on the show, man. Mm-hmm. You guys take care, all right?
Hey guys, go shout out to Big Mike, man. You got a channel yourself, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I'm not a YouTube, but I'm working on it. I'm still thinking. I'm on the fence about it, but I do a audio podcast on Bias Football Talk. We talk all NFL. So if you guys are into that, come check me out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, shout out to Big Mike. Thank you for joining on, man. Have a good day. Bless you guys. Peace. All right, Raiders at 10 years old. Wow, Walt, bro, you was in there. Al Davis fucked this team for decades. Mark Davis set this team back. Disney Park owners, LOL. Bro, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm late to this.
I remember that.
Yeah, sign strike to help Crosby sack quarterbacks, bro.
Yo, bro, I would buy them Mickey hats in like 2 seconds, bro. Not gonna lie.
Small touchdown in 9 years. Gruden destroyed Tampa's team. McDaniels isn't going. I agree with you. McDaniels is not going anywhere. Josh McDaniels is getting. That's what I think, Demenis. I think Josh McDaniels is getting 3 years. Yeah. How do you feel about that, Nate?
3 years. That's tough, but hopefully he can do something with the next year quarterback, and hopefully I say that with so much confidence, because next year quarterback is going to be different. Please.
Ed Butts, Josh McDaniels isn't a bad coach. I feel like we get leads because of the game plan, but when the team figured out what we are doing, our players start making plays. A top 10 quarterback will make Josh McDaniels look like a genius. Ed Butts, thank you for saying what I've been trying to explain to many of the nation for I don't know how many weeks, since like week 2, week 1. This is what I've been saying. This is why I don't say fire Josh McDaniels, because people say Tom Brady made Josh McDaniels. I say you right. But guess what? Derek Carr is not making Josh McDaniels. Derek Carr is about to get Josh McDaniels fired. Josh McDaniels, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I said this in our last live.
I hope it's the opposite.
Sean McDermott needed to find Josh Allen. They're a good pair. Andy Reid needed Patrick Mahomes. I know people say, well, Andy Reid and the Chiefs were already winning. What is winning to you guys? Winning to me is hoisting a Lombardi trophy at the end of the season. That's winning. What is winning to you guys? Because Andy Reid and the Chiefs were not winning. Did they win the AFC West? Yes. But when they got to the playoffs, they would get knocked out. Andy Reid needed Mahomes. They're a good pair. Tom Brady went with Bruce Arians to Tampa. Good pair. Lamar Jackson with John Harbaugh. Good pair. Nick Foles and freaking Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz. Really, Carson Wentz, Nick Foles, and Doug Peterson. Good pair. I mean, after the season, they were, I don't know what, I think Super Bowl hangover. The Rams, they had the Rams going for them. But my point is, Josh McDaniels needs that quarterback that's a good pair. He needs a good pair. And Derek Carr is not that guy. What is the missing piece, Nate?
Will Levis.
Okay. I agree.
I like
agree.
After, bro, just get him. I want to see. I won't be mad with nothing. Literally, I don't even. To be honest, I won't. Okay, I'll be mad if we go winless, but like, I will not be mad if we.
You're stupid, bro.
If we do better than what we're doing right now with Will Levis next year, I'm chilling. We could build from that. You know?
Ed Butts, we know what Carr is. How many coaches are we gonna have to burn till we realize it? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, why are we gonna go through this revolving door of coaches when the common denominator has been Derek Carr? I don't get on Derek Carr because of the coach. I've seen Derek Carr play like this before under different coaches, under Rich Bisaccia, under John Gruden, under Jack Del Rio after his leg break. This is why with what EP Scorpio says, that Derek Carr changed after that leg break. I'm telling you guys, that is real. Because if you look prior to that leg break, Derek Carr was playing like a top 10 quarterback. He was commanding that offense. He was throwing the football in places you didn't like. He was accurate. He was scrambling. He was improvising. He was doing darts. Everything a quarterback you wanted. He was looking like the future. I've said that. I'm like, bro, we finally got a quarterback. After that leg break, and the thing is, when he broke his leg, it proved that Derek Carr was a vital, important player on that team. But now, he's not. He is not that player. And it's because of that leg break. It's because of that leg break, guys. Well, you guys are looking wrong. McDaniels isn't getting fired end of the season. Oh, I know, Walt.
Yeah,
but I'm basically putting it out there. Let's say what the fans are saying is gonna happen. Let's say the fans get what they want, and they get McDaniels gone. Who do we go get? And how does that change the Raiders winning? And honestly, I think that just puts us really back to where we are now. Is this revolving door of coaches, and we're gonna keep losing because look at Jack Del Rio. He went 7-9 his first season. John Gruden went 4-12 his first season. Dennis Allen went 3-13 with Carr. Of course, he got fired because, bro, he sucked before then. So
what about if we get rid of both of them, though?
He didn't do nothing to really rebuild that team. But Jack Del Rio, John Gruden were building teams. They were, I won't lie, they were building teams because what was impressing to me was the wins were getting better. Jack Del Rio went from 7-9, 12-4, and then he went to 6-10, and then they fired him after that season. We've got to address the quarterback. It's got to be addressed. We got to have that conversation.
What if we just fire both of them, though?
McDaniels needs Vic Fangio as defensive coordinator. I'm not saying because he is a good D coordinator. Don't get me wrong. He's a good D coordinator. I'm just saying I feel like if we bring him in, it's gonna take some time to really get him the guys that he needs to really get this defense down. But I wouldn't be, and if it happens, Walt, I would not be upset. I wouldn't be upset. I just think it won't happen. Honestly, it's gonna take a good 2 to 3 years to really see what Josh is doing, guys. He just got there. It's a new scheme, new playbook. Leroy Ali, that's what I'm saying. You give this guy 2 to 3 years to build this team, and if he's still shit in the bed, you do what you did to Dennis Allen and you fire his ass. Can we get players who actually want to win? That's what I'm asking. You don't fire McDaniels after 8 games. That's true. And if you do that, you look like the biggest idiots on the planet. I'm glad we are giving Josh McDaniels is getting a chance. He only got a couple years at the Broncos, and he had Tebow. Josh McDaniels never had a team with his own star quarterback close to Brady's caliber. And I feel like Carr has no intangibles. Yeah, he doesn't. DC is the worst quarterback in our division. That's unacceptable for the bag he's about to get. And Ed Butts, that's what I've been saying, is the money he's getting, he's not playing up to par of the contract he has. You know, that's why I say the things I say.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback style have changed. You better be a great quarterback if you want to be the pocket. Quarterbacks nowadays are mobile, scramble, and they make plays.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he got help from the bank.
Like, we have to keep up with the whole NFL and what they're doing. Like,
and we did sign Reggie Ragland. All right. Like I said, guys, I feel with Reggie Ragland, it's going to be a death piece. They might squeeze him into the starting role, but I don't see that. I don't see it. I have to see. I want to see it. That's the thing, Van City. I'll say that. Yeah, I know. I see you saying it's a good move. I want to see it. I want to see it. Demetis, no coaches are getting fired anytime soon. I don't want to see that. EP Scorpio, that's what I'm saying. Can you make a difference? That's what I want to see. I want to see that. No, you needed a city, money for a stadium. Oakland mayor spent all their money on illegals. We would not get into that. My cousin played for the Raiders recently, and he said the team was split on believing in Carr, but they aren't going to tell us publicly. Look at everyone's demeanor. That tells the truth, it ain't Josh McDaniels. That's what I'm looking at, man. That's what I'm looking at. AB wants it out because he thought Brady was coming here. When he found out Carr was there for the long run, he tried to get cut. And where did he end up going? He went with Brady twice, actually. Carr 5 for 15, 38 yards, second half for the Jags. 3 for 12 on third downs. The whole. I'm worried about that too. I hope he keeps playing hard. He keeps playing hard after getting paid. That's talking about the Josh Jacobs. You don't play Carr. You don't pay Carr 33 mil, 44. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't do that.
He's about to be paid like Steph Curry. Like, what?
Carr has to go. And that's what I'm saying. You don't do that. Oakland was a vibe. Nothing will beat walking into that stadium. It will give you chills and bring fear to teams that played us. I miss going to that stadium.
Like, we need to tell
I went to an A's game. Dude, I went to an A's game.
Mm-hmm.
And I just couldn't, I enjoyed the game, but I couldn't stop being emotional because I know the Raiders are not playing there anymore.
Yeah, we used to have that Raiders flag right next to the American flag with the A's flag right next to that.
Like,
the Raiders flag was not there.
Raiders are not, it's not that far away from being a competitive team. They just need some few changes. One of them should be let go of Carr. Carr has the second worst winning percentage the first 8 seasons with team in NFL history, only behind Archie Manning in New Orleans. Fire Patrick Graham. They need to bring Oakland attitude to Vegas. Bro, yeah. This is sad.
That's amazing.
The people who defend Derek Carr, how the hell do you defend this? Vegas isn't going to be like Oakland until we win. One Super Bowl will change the vibe of Vegas forever. It will. At least hope.
We just need that. We just need that like all-star center from the Aces to become quarterback. You think the first woman NFL player?
Bro, I remember hearing about that. 9 sacks. I know. Walt. I hear where you're coming from, bro. But I just want to see Give Patrick, because like I said, I think Ziegler, and I'm hoping he does this, is that he revamps the defense. He goes gets an interior defensive line. He gets coverage linebackers that can not only rush the, play the run, but they can play the pass too. That he can get corners that, can do everything. They can play across the board. I'm hoping for Z, and I hope he gets guys that can fit Patrick Graham's system. I just feel like, Walt, we gotta, with this coaching staff, we gotta give time to them. Let them build this team the way they want, and let's see where it takes us. Like I said, hey Walt, if Patrick Graham is still shit in the bed, just like I said with Josh McDaniels, if he is still shit in the bed, then you fire him, you cut ties. But you gotta give it time, bro. They gave time to Paul Gunther, and that man was ass.
Yeah.
Jimmy G and Shanahan are a good pair. Yep, they are. Vernon Davis 2.0, but less production. Bro, I said he's Darren McFadden of the tight ends.
The McFadden.
Bro, for real, EP Scorpio. Bro, mention the Niners, bro. For real, get out of here. Great chat. Gotta go. See you next year. Yeah, salute to you.
Man.
Salute to you, EP Scorpio. Yeah, we about to get out of here soon, guys. I just want to finish up last couple of comments. He had talent, but never crafted throwing. It takes years to drop the ball in between the linebacker and safety, or be like Brady or Breeze, put it away from the defender. And the thing is, Reese Rock, he doesn't. I think he's done that. Like, he's got away from the defender, but then there's times where he throws it right to the defender, or there's times he overthrows our wide receivers, or he throws it hella in front of them or hella behind them. I mean, the throw to Amir Abdullah was a prime example. Like, he's wide open. How do you not float that right into the basket? It's stuff like that.
That's facts.
We had to get out of Oakland. I understand that. I'm just saying, like, from a fan base standpoint, it was not good. From a fan base standpoint, it was not a good move. From a business standpoint, it
was like the best thing ever.
It was the best thing ever for Mark Davis. From a business standpoint, best thing ever to move to Vegas. But from a fan base, it was not a good move. Reese Rock, every loss ended in a turnover by the offense every fucking time. And it started with our quarterback. And I think one was Renfro. So I'll take that one away from it. But for
it was an intentional, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get these few. We got more guys coming in, bro. Shout out to everyone that's coming in. G War and Digital Prez. I know you guys are coming in late, but shout out to you guys for joining up, bro. Much love to you guys. Patrick Graham needs to play players for his system. I think that's what you tried to say. Yeah, you did try to say that. And then that's what I'm saying, Dominus. Like, on both sides of the ball, we got to give Ziegler a chance to build this team the way these coaches want this team. To go get the players that these players need to fit their system. Shout out to Digital Press. He also went live before us, guys. If you guys have not went to go check it out, which I'm pretty sure probably a lot of y'all did, but if you guys haven't, go check out our guy Digital Press. He also set us up with this amazing overlay for us. Amazing. So shout out to Digital Press, bro. He has a great channel over there, bro. He went live. Go hit that like button. Go sub to that man if you guys haven't. Go show my guy some love. G Warp, Carr is embarrassing, and of course the Raiders owe him. The NFL loves Carr for the Raiders. They know they won't win with him, but the NFL has us fans pointing fingers at the wrong players. And it is pronounced G-Warb. Is that how it? Guar? Oh, Guarb. I'm saying Guar. Oh, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry for mispronouncing. Guarb. I'm saying it right. Give me thumbs, bro. Am I saying it right? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. But anyways, guys, yep. I said it right. Okay. We wanted to come on, talk about what happened today with the Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow. Leave us down in the comments if you guys want to get some more opinions. Leave us down in the comments what do you guys think about that. Them going on the IR. The question of the day that we were asking, is there something brewing behind the scenes that we don't know about in the locker room, from owners to coaches to the players? Is there something that we don't know about? Leave your answer in the comment section. Share the link, guys. We are closing in on 200 subs. We are going to get to 500 subs. I know we can do it because it's all because of you guys. We are trying to get to 500 subs by the end of the season. So if you guys haven't already, join the Boricua party, hit that sub, hit the like, and hit the bell so you guys can be notified when we go live, when we drop new content for you guys. But anyways, Exacting Raider, Natural Nate, Raiders Primos, we out.
Peace out.